So I have been getting messages like, Stella, they have removed the care job code. Are they still recruiting from the red list country? You know, so many questions, so many persons are worried. In today's video, you guys are going to see everything on the screen. If this looks like what you're going to be interested in, especially for those of you applying for this care job with visa sponsorship, try and watch this video from the beginning to the end. I believe
you'll be living your good life. Catch a glimpse from the outside, then you see me now, see me now, see now.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love, thank you guys for the support. Honestly, I really do appreciate. So on this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, what is happening around me, and share information. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing about this healthcare job and all that you need to know. A few weeks back, I saw a comment. Someone said that they have removed a care job from the shortage occupation list. A few days ago, I posted a video. I said no more care job for Nigerians or something like that. I can't remember what I said in that video, and somebody asked the same question, and that is one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I'm going to make this video to clarify, like to share with you guys, you know, what's up, what is happening, what is actually happening here in the UK. For those of you that don't know, I'm a UK healthcare assistant, and like I said, I'm a Nigerian living here in the UK. So they started off with the recruitment from the red list countries, that they will stop recruiting from the red list countries. I made a video, I said Nigeria will stop. I'm a Nigerian, so there's nothing wrong with me saying Nigeria, they will stop. Because in that same video, some of you have not watched from the beginning to end to understand what I was trying to pass. Sometimes you get some negative comments. People will be like, oh, you don't want us to come to the UK. But the problem is that some of you don't really watch this video from the beginning to the end, you know, to understand the content or to just understand the video itself. As soon as you just see title or you see the thumbnail, you just, this person don't want us to come to the UK, this person, they are selfish, this person is this one. And I always say this, whenever we're sharing video, it's based on our research and experience. Now there's so many persons in the UK now, they are free to share their own experience and opinion. It's left for you to decide which one you want, and it's left for you to learn from it. So now in the red list country that I mentioned in my previous video, I just want to clarify the air. Nigeria is not the only country on that red list. There are so many countries on that red list. And now why I was talking about Nigeria, because our government don't even want the nurses, the doctors to believe in Nigeria. Like, our government are encouraging it, because if you're active online, you understand what I'm saying. They want to stop the license until they practice for 5 years in Nigeria. Now for the red list countries, this is what it says, and you'll see it on the screen like I said. So now it says code of practice, red and amber list countries. So under it, that's where you're going to see what it says. This country listed have UHC service coverage index that is lower than 50 and a density of doctors, nurses and midwives that is below the global median, that is 4.86 per 10,000 population. The list does not prevent individual health and social care personnel from independently applying to health and social care employers for employment in the UK of their own accord without being targeted by a third party such as recruitment agency or employer, known as a direct application. Now you can see the red list countries. You can see Afghanistan, you can see Cameroon, Bangladesh, Congo. You can just see them, Liberia, Pakistan, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Zambia, and many more. So even if you want to start analyzing these countries now, if you check, the people coming in are from the red list. The people they have been recruiting, you know, Pakistan, Nigerians, they are from the red list. So I see no reason why some of you will be panicking that, oh, there's no more healthcare job for us and all of that. So why I'm explaining all of this is just to clear the air, you know, from my previous video. I believe some of you that watched that video that I said no more care job for Nigerians will also watch this. So the fact that they said that they will stop targeting from this country does not mean you cannot apply directly to these employers. And if you go online, trust me, you're still going to see jobs. For me personally, I think it's just going to be a bit challenging and difficult for people, you know, outside the UK now, because I mean, the way people are coming in to study and all of that, they might as well, you know, go for people already in the UK. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. And as a Nigerian, we all know that our government are just being selfish. They don't want people to keep leaving the country. That is just what I was, you know, trying to explain in that video. But I've been seeing so many negative comments, but that is, by the way, it's left for you to understand like what I am trying to say, instead of you saying, oh, Stella, I don't want us to come to the UK. I feel you should be happy that people are putting out, all this information for you guys. And if you go online, you're going to see jobs with visa sponsorship. I saw this job, it was just current from iCare Limited. From iCare, it states here 2 sponsorship for home care, and this particular job was posted. It's just normal regular care job that they want, and they sponsor, and under it they said they want people with experience, and they also said they want people in the UK is preferred. What am I trying to say? I'm just trying to say that they still recruit carers and they sponsor visa. So now let's go to the next question. For those of you asking me questions about the code 1 have been removed, that makes some of you panic that there's no more care job. In fact, some persons were saying that it's a lie. All this care job people advertise is a lie. They don't recruit and all of that. Like, they still recruit. Even you watching me, if you go online, search by yourself, you see some care job. The truth is that I know it's becoming very difficult, because thousands of people are applying. They cannot recruit everybody in this whole world. That is just the truth. Like, people say this care job that they advertising is a lie, they've stopped recruiting. I laugh, because it's left for you to believe whatever you want to believe. So now I'm going to share the screen with you guys to see this. So guys, I just decided to go direct page. Like, I don't want to start talking too much story. So I am in the page, like the missing code, which is the code 6145. It's true that it's missing, but if you check, there's still another code that replaced that 6145, which is the senior care workers. And if you have been watching my video, you always hear me say this: if you plan to come to the UK as a UK healthcare assistant, try to do your MVQ, try to apply for like senior care role, because most of this advert you will see we are looking for senior carers. Now the senior carers give medication. There are so many things the senior carers do. So instead of them sponsoring just a carer, they will prefer to go for the senior carers. Now, as a healthcare assistant, there's the amount of money you're supposed to earn per annum. And as a senior healthcare assistant, you should earn that money, because senior healthcare assistant, they pay them more than just the carers, more than carers. So under it, you're going to see what it says. So under it, you're going to see what it says for the code 146. It says senior care assistants, senior carers, senior support workers, local government, welfare service, team leaders. And if you have got your MVQ level 3, you're also a senior carer. So it's very important for you guys to do this MVQ training. To be honest, this qualification helps you a lot. So I always encourage people to do it. And if you're already in the UK, you don't even want to spend money to do this MVQ, because you will see some organization advertising for free MVQ level 2, level 3, just depends. You see different organizations posting these trainings for free for those of you already in the UK. That's what I'm trying to say. So the fact that code 145 is missing, we've still got code 146. So it has just been replaced to this code. And something about this UK is that they always update. There's always an update. It's changing this one and that one. If you're already in the UK, you agree with me that they always change rules, like all the time. Most of the time you hear that, oh, they've stopped this one, they've started doing this. There's always something. And for this care job, you must make that amount of money they want you to make per annum. So that is why they always encourage people to go for senior care, because they believe that you should be able to make that money. And now in the UK, every April they increase their minimum wage. So now you don't expect an organization to pay you below minimum wage. I know some healthcare jobs here in the UK that will be paying £9.50, £9, while the minimum wage in this UK now is £10 and some pence. And now you don't expect you being sponsored to be paid below the minimum wage. No, it doesn't work that way. That is just the truth. So that is why you saw that code have been removed, because they have increased the amount you should be earning per annum. That is just it. So that does not mean they have stopped recruiting, and I think you all should need to stop panicking, to be honest, because this healthcare job, there's no way they're going to stop recruiting. The only thing I will say is that you are more likely to get domiciliary care job, because I noticed that these days most families, most parents want to be taken care of in their own home at their own comfort. They prefer to stay in their own homes. So these days you will get lots of domiciliary care jobs. That is what most people see now online. And before this job, they always require international driving license. For those of you outside the UK applying for this job, because as a domiciliary healthcare assistant, you'll be driving from one person's house to another. So that is why they always demand for this driving license. So that's why I try to tell people that don't panic. All of this does not mean anything. So for those of you that have noticed that it has been changed, you should also notice that the code 146 is still healthcare job For me, I'll just call it has been replaced to another code. That's just what I would say, because if you don't see anything related to healthcare job in the shortage occupation list, I think that is when you will now panic. But if at least you can see a code that represents the care job with sponsorship, I think you've got nothing to worry about. I just feel the need to make this video because I noticed that so many persons have been sending me message on my Instagram and even on comment section in my previous videos, in my recent videos. I noticed all of that, so I felt like, you know what, let me share this with you guys so that you guys know that no, all of this is just the gist. They are still recruiting, but you watching me know that getting this job is not easy. It's like there's no way I'm going to, you know, sugarcoat it. Healthcare job with sponsorship is not easy to get these days because they prefer the people already in the UK. So if you see a job with sponsorship for people outside the UK, just know that before they will consider you, you must have got a good experience. Like your CV must have tell a lot about you. See, that is why I always say people already in the UK have better chances in getting this job. However, do not give up, keep applying for this job. Also advise you before I end this video, if you genuinely want to leave your country, I don't know wherever you're watching this video, if you genuinely want to leave your country and you have the means, I mean if you have the money, honestly consider applying to study abroad. So now it depends on the country you want. If you want UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, like it does depend on what you want, then just go there to study. I feel like if you go there to study, there are lots of opportunity. If you go on this what's it called, if you notice job these days, they'll be like, if tier 2 sponsorship are available for dependent or students. What are they trying to say? They don't want people outside the UK or outside their country. So if you come in as a student, you have better opportunities. So I think you should also consider studying for those of you that have the money. If you don't have the money, then never give up. You can apply for scholarships. I mean, for those of you that really want to leave your country, that's what I'm trying to say. You can apply for scholarship. I mean, you can apply for other jobs, both farm job, factory jobs. Like it just depends. If you're a professional, obviously you get a professional job. But for those of you that don't have, you know, qualification, don't have experience in some things, there are other jobs you can consider. That is why I'm talking about, you know, farm job, factory job, and all of that. That is why I mentioned that job, because I mean that kind of job does not require a lot. All they want is that if you're strong, if you're willing to learn, you know, that is what you mostly see on that type of job advert for farm and all of that. I know that sometimes they ask for experience, but sometimes they'll be like, if you're strong, if you have the zeal to learn, you know, stuff like that. That is what you will see. So you can also consider such job. But honestly, if you have the means, I think you just apply to study to save you the stress of applying. That is what I think. And at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's left for you to make a decision. And if you're watching this video and you want me to make videos on scholarship, please leave it on the comment section, and I'll start bringing, you know, scholarship for this year 2023 September start. So if this look like what you're going to be interested in, like I said, leave it on the comment section. Anyways, with this, we've come to the end of today's video. If you find this video interesting and informative, please don't forget to do the needful. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.